Welcome to Uncensored Friday Live with Poku Hitzfield. Today, we are in a mourning mood because a great person has fallen. And she is a great person when you consider the fact that she, in her reign, was the reign that slavery stopped in Africa. In her reign, Ghana became an independent country. She became queen on 6th February 1952, and within 5 years, Ghana gained independence. So, of course, I'm supposed to mourn the death of the great queen herself, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. Unfortunately, good things don't last forever, and this is just one of those moments. Now, today the show will be centered on the Queen. Now, we know she's been living in Windsor. That is where she lives. And people see her all the time driving around, even though she is old, And I personally, I'm very, very happy because she died at Balmoral, in Scotland. We know how much that place means to the Queen. She had a picnic. We've seen pictures of her with Prince Philip, her husband, in Balmoral. That is where she grew up. Balmoral, that is where she grew up. And she loves that place a lot. And I'm glad that at least she was able to see her final days on earth at that same place. She loved it. She loved it. Now, when she became queen, she didn't even want to move to the Buckingham Palace. She had to be persuaded by then Prime Minister Winston Churchill before the queen came to Buckingham Palace. So we know how much it means to the queen. And today, I woke up very early because I felt it was the beginning of a new era. A new era where the world will first time hear of a king, Charles III. A new era where Africa needs to capitalize on this new era. Now, Queen Elizabeth, as I said, in her time, slavery stopped. So we thank her. In just 5 years, the Queen was like, no, slavery is not good. Ghana had our independence on the 6th of March, 1957. So today, I'm mourning a queen who allowed us to be free. And on this same new dawn, as we are about to get a new king, we as Africans need to capitalize on this. So, Randy Poku Hitzfield, today I stand on my day, a Friday born. I want to plead with the new king, incoming king. We need to build our continent. We want to make Africa more beautiful than Dubai. Are you with me, youth of Africa? Let us rise up. Trevor, Davido, Sarkodie, and Anamoah, all these celebrities in Africa. When you travel around the world and you sit in trains, in a subway, how do you feel? Let us do something for our continent. And on this new era, we are pleading. We are pleading to the new king. We want to build our country. Democracy is not bringing us together as people. It has breeded corruption. It has breeded so many things. So the youth in Africa, the youth in Ghana for Amotramiende, Mon Pese, Jebeshe, Ghana, borderless. We want to need to all the Commonwealth countries. Say penisa free. So we need a borderless Commonwealth. We need a borderless Commonwealth. Prince Charles, we want, please give the youth in Africa, the equal playing field to be able to access the education there, to be able to access whatever we want across Commonwealth. Please, do something for us. Africa, we need to build this continent. It's about time we build this continent. And on this dawn, your new era, Poku Hitzfield, I'm standing maybe on behalf of every youth in Africa. Every youth in Africa. We want to build cities, new cities, big drainage systems, subways, aquariums, event centers, stadiums, proper football pitches, proper stadiums, proper healthcare. Our education should be based on things that are happening now, not things that happened in the 1960s. When you come to Ghana, for instance, our education system is very, very poor. People are learning about grasshoppers and things when you can just take the person into, let's say, a tour for the person to see a grasshopper, him or herself. We need to start teaching the kids how to code. We need to start teaching new generations of kids how to do carpentry work with smart tools. Not like hammer na atami bong bong bong. Using machine to cut wood, how to treat wood. All these generations, the new kids, let us teach our children what is important. Not the coefficient of y plus x. What will the coefficient of y do in a person's life right now if he or she is a mason? Or if he or she is a plumber? Let us teach our kids what they need to learn. Our education system is poor. Everything in Africa is down the drain. Then when I travel around the world of late and I see certain things, I'm like, come on. In Perth, Western Australia, for instance, where I've been, I look at their waters and think, is this water? It is crystal clear. Now, who told you gold is more important than water? Ghana penny for. I want to ask our leaders, who told them gold is more important than water? Our rivers are being spoiled. If you see a river in Ghana, it looks reddish in color because politicians and big people together in cohorts with so many Chinese people. You think about it and you are like, how selfish can a human being be? Human being, how selfish can you be? To allow the waters of your country to be polluted and spoiled, all in your own benefit. Now, when you are thirsty, do you drink your chains and jewelries? Or do you swallow your bar soap if you are thirsty? The common thing for a Ghanaian, for an African. Now we've moved from an era of wisdom to knowledge, and now we are in an era of information. So the common sense is not common to humans anymore. When you think about the fact that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, look at the Temamoto way, for instance. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah told Ghana Cement, which is Gassem, to give them cement to build that road. It's been there since. Look at our roads. Up till today, Accra and Cape Coast, the road is not dualized. It ends at Yomat. Why can't we connect our cities with road? We have the rocks to build our country. We have the resources to build our country. And people are thinking about numbers on a book or on a computer. That will determine how much you are worth on this land. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah didn't bring us so that democracy would divide us this way. So on the eve of I keep calling him Prince Charles, sorry, His Majesty King Charles III, Nana Poku Hitzfield, I'm ready to build my country. I am ready to build my country where every 2 blocks there is a police station, there is a fire department, 911, people are calling in, forensic scientists, all the roads are built, subways across the country to make movement and mobility easier for Africans and Ghanaians. That is how you build your country. Prince Charles, I hope, and I'm hoping, guys, share this video. Maybe it will get to him. Because we should take advantage of this. Prince Charles, please unite the Commonwealth. Let there be free movement among Commonwealth countries. All of us in Africa, we have so many Commonwealth countries. Let me see. We have so many Commonwealth countries. We have Botswana, Cameroon, Ghana, Nigeria, Rwanda. All these English-speaking countries are Commonwealth countries. So, Prince Charles, please, King Charles III, please, we are ready. We have somebody like Elon Musk already, who has African roots. Give us the opportunity to make this continent so beautiful. We want to build with our hands, with our strength, so that the next generation of Africans, the next generation of Ghanaians will see the work we've done in moving our continent from what it was to where it is. The same vision, like the Crown Prince of Dubai, the Dubai ruler, the Mansour family. Look at what Dubai was in 1980 and look at what Dubai is. Let us start empowering each other. Apostle Engineer Kojo Safo is a legend. He is a star, African star, who can take this country to the next level. People like Dr. Kennedy Japan, for instance, he speaks the truth. I keep hearing him, and he has good visions for Ghana. He wants to build this country with tourism. Ghana, we are fortunate to have first person to do this in the world. Why don't we capitalize on these things? Build our country. Roads. Let us go learn. Let us bring people who will redesign Accra, who will redesign Western region and Central. All our coastal lines should be redesigned. The mid-belt will probably be where we will live. Then the upper belt will be where we have our industries, our factories. So that, come on, we need to build Africa. We need to build Ghana as a Ghanaian. This is Nana Poku Hitzfield. This is Uncensored Friday. I know who I am, where I'm going, and who I want to be. I've been on my spiritual awakening, and it's been wonderful. So now I know whatever happened to me in the course of my life was meant to happen for me to sit here today and speak to you. I try to dodge it. Then I've now realized who I am, where I'm going, and who I want to be. I am somebody who wants to make sure my country, Ghana, is where I envision my country to be. When I close my eyes and I look at Dubai, that is how I see my country. Because I think I have so many things to make my country more beautiful. I have the vegetations, the green grasses, I don't have a desert, but I have the ocean, I have waterfalls. Come on. I have lakes. I will burn plastic if given the opportunity. Because plastic, just like Poku has done to Rwanda, is destroying our land. Because of selfishness of somebody, the masses need to suffer. People in my country are still under trees learning. Meanwhile, the presidential, what is the name? Motorcade has over 50 cars in it. Who needs 50 cars to move? Come on. Queen Elizabeth, does she need, when she was in power, 50 cars to move? She was even spotted sometimes driving herself because she knows she has done so much for the country. Nobody will want her dead. And she grew to be 96 years of age. 15 prime ministers have passed through Queen Elizabeth. 7 decades of ruling. Just because she ended slavery. She ended that predicament that the African was going through. So on the eve of your crowning, King Charles III, Poku Hitzfield, in an earlier show I said I will want to be given the opportunity to meet your mom, who was the queen. It is that the video is there. On the eve of your crowning, Poku Hitzfield, I, together with the youth of my country and Africa, are pleading on your behalf. Give us authority to change the fortunes of our country and this beautiful continent. Children, when you look at a normal Ghanaian earning less than £100 a month, where the cedi is the worst performing currency in the world, one of them, if not the worst performing, then I think about Asaase for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. When he was the first person attaining independence in sub-Saharan Africa, what was he was thinking, he was so proud that he had done something like this for his country. Not knowing people will use selfishness, greediness to pull the country down to the extent that the normal Ghanaian earns less than £100 a month. Meanwhile, the rent bill is more than his salary a month. Come on. So as I was saying, Queen Elizabeth, she has lived a life worth praising. And with much love in my heart, I am loved. I serve the God, Archangel Chimwals. He is part of my life. To the Most High. As I said, I know who I am, where I'm going, and who I want to be. I see a borderless Commonwealth. A borderless Commonwealth. So that every being can access any country in the Commonwealth for probably knowledge or something. To come and build his or her own country. To move Commonwealth to the next height. So, King Charles III, please, in your own reign, today on your eve, the eve of your crowning, Poku Hitzfield, I stand on behalf of every African youth. Give us the opportunity to build our country. Give us. Because the way we want to build our country with our own hands, even if we don't have money, we have the strength to work. We will go to the quarries. Just imagine we have so many things. Let's say, okay, we are building our country. Every youth that you are not working, come to this site. We are building the roads 24 hours. And let's see in the next 5 years, the number of roads that we will get. Until put incentives in that, or you might say, if you work in the company for 5 years, at the end of 5 years, you will be given a house to on your own house for free, because you've worked for the government. We can do that. It is our land. It is our resources. Just use, the works are there. The things used in making cement is here. Ghana shouldn't produce cement again. They should produce cement for Ghana to build our roads. From Accra to Cape Coast should have like 5 lanes each, with drainage systems huge enough to swallow 30 containers or something, with a subway right next to it, moving Ghanaians. Come on. My name is Poku Hitzfield. Share this video. If you're an African, if you're a Ghanaian, you need to share it the most. We need to build our country. I have a vision. And I know so many Africans, the youth, also have visions. Why should we live in an abundant life? Every human can live comfortably and still there will be so much for everybody. So why are people selfish? Why are people selfish? Queen Elizabeth, 15 prime ministers. 15 prime ministers. Now, just Tuesday, she was on duty working as a queen. You know, she met new prime minister, what is her name, Liz Truss, in Balmoral. You know, she was on duty. She even gave an honor to her communication secretary. An honor to her. Just this Tuesday, she was on official duty. God has blessed her. So if there is an heaven, I know that is where she is going. What is why you are on earth, and let us build our country to make it comfortable for everybody to live in. We live in an abundant universe. In the universe, everything is abundant. So why are we selfish? I need to build my country. I need to see processing plants. Every natural resource in Ghana should have its own processing plants, making finishing products, so that the youth of Africa can work in the factories, can work in the retail stores. The official employment and unofficial employment it will give to Ghanaians alone will be huge. Cocoa. Why are we not processing our own cocoa when we are the largest, or probably the second largest producers of cocoa in the world? If you eat chocolate in anywhere in the world, there is a probability that the what's the name? The chocolate you are eating, the bean came from Ghana. But yet, we don't have processing companies here. Build these companies so that the African, the Ghanaian can work. We are not asking for much. Although, recently, there was this story. I saw it on Kwame A+. Shout out to Kwame A+. He's one person who speaks the truth. I like people that speak the truth. You know, it is better for you to speak the truth than to hide behind a lie. So I like and I adore him a lot. I remember he made a song. He said, Africa, where I wanna be, life will be easy as ABCD. Our leaders, them are greediness, plenty, plenty. Make their whole thing they do like horror movie. Africa, where I wanna be, life will be easy as ABCD. My leaders, them are greediness, plenty, plenty. Make their whole thing they look like horror movie. Shout out to Kwame A+. Much love from me and Poku Hitzfield. To you, I want to see Honorable Kennedy Japan. So if you can arrange a meeting for me to meet him. I want to meet all the people I adore so much. I want to tell them my mind. I want to, how can we develop this country? The youth, we are ready. How? Let us start building something. I want to meet Apostle Engineer Kojo Safu Kantanka because I schooled at Apostle Safu School. And it changed me so much how I thought of things. So every day, I haven't hidden this anywhere I go. I always remember that my turning point in the Poku Hitzfield story came when I was in Great Asaase. I remember, I don't remember the whole anthem, but it goes like, Apostle Safu School of Asaase, ASSAS, la 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 la. That was how we sang. That was how we sang it. School of wisdom and skills and integrity redeemed and abandon Jesus forever. School of joy, la la la, great asaase. Then you see us, the boys, because we don't know the words, we'll be like, great asaase, great asaase. Apostle Safu School of Arts and Sciences. I was once a pupil there. So I want to meet the man himself. A man who was doing TVs 20 years back. The TVs, you clap and it comes on, you wave at it and it goes off. And he was being ridiculed by his fellow people who haven't invented or we don't even have a company that produces matches in Ghana. All the companies that were built by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah have been closed. So now we import virtually everything as a country. But come to Ghana. Come and look at this beautiful country. Look at our vegetation. Look at our waters being destroyed by greed of a particular people in search of gold, when gold is not even important than water. Water. They are destroying our waters for us to. It will get to a time Ghana will need to import water to drink. So King Charles III, please, Poku Hitzfield, I'm on my knees. Give us authority to move our continent, to put systems in place to care about corruption. Now, when I was coming back from the Chalwate Festival, I was using the Mortuary Road, and the whole road was dark. No street lights. No street lights. No police around. And the road had potholes in them. And I'm like, why would there be accidents all the time? When we have the rocks to build our roads, and yet all our roads are bad. In Accra, all our roads are bad. When you travel outside, you go on a straight road, a very straight road. Then you have 5 lanes, 6 lanes, easy mobility. Then you think about your own country and like, how do my people think? What do they think? Don't they travel to these countries? Don't they see what I'm seeing right now? But because of selfishness, they would rather have houses and still garner money. So we want to change the fortunes of our country. Let me give a few shout outs to people watching. Sen Munismai. Hey, Money Somai or something is watching. Shout outs to you from me and Poku Hitzfield. Joel James is also watching. Shout outs to you guys. Nikosingi File. Ngosingi File. Similane also watching. Shout outs to all of you guys. Thank you so much for making time with me and Poku Hitzfield. The Queen Elizabeth, tribute to you. Much love. Because you were the queen in your reign, slavery was abolished. And I thank you so much for what you've done for Africa. And on behalf of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, our leader, our visionary leader, and all the good people who have lived on this beautiful country called Ghana, the Okonfanoches, the Togbe Charlies, I stand in their name. We thank you. But please, we need more. The youth of Africa, we are ready. I can see that the way I think, I'm inculcating it into whoever I meet, so that we will start building our countries. In my lifetime, I want to see an Africa that is similar or probably better and more beautiful than Dubai. Because we have more things to make it more beautiful. As I said, who told you that gold is more precious than water? But now people are in their quests for selfish gains are destroying our waters. Politicians, the kingpins of these things, we've had it with chiefs who are supposed to protect the land of their forefathers, giving in for free for 6-bedroom houses in probably somewhere. Odike, thank you, Odike. I like whatever you said. And I support you. What you said is the truth, and the truth will always defeat lies. Why? Why? This beautiful country, why is it in ruins? Is this the Ghana or for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and Queen Elizabeth envisioned it to be? Let us build our country. So King Charles III, on the eve, on my day, on Friday, Poku Hitzfield, I'm with a warm heart, wishing you my deepest condolence. But on this same eve, I want a new dawn. A new dawn to be part of the British Empire who built Africa. The Honorable Kennedy, Japan's, despite all these big people in Ghana, please go back to your hometowns and start building from there. Give your people chances to stay in their hometowns and work and make money. Build. Dr. Sarkodie, despite me patro daddy, patro monko bukrom, monko ekrasi hodo, mon develop ho real estate no me si won cry. Monko na monko develop it. Na wo hono so nya djuma nya o ton na Ghana for ye bre nkra na choki why na epen cry intutu nanka obi be free the chrome about that circle bridge ase this way where you sisi factories no wo sisi wo mu chrome ye build the country o to na ye Queen Elizabeth, a good name is better than riches. And you can see the accolades and now, recently she had a platinum jubilee, right? And she showed the funny side of the Queen with that marmalade advert. You know, it was such a beautiful advert. I love the advert so much. You know, she said, oh, she also goes, wherever she goes, she has the bread and she pulled the bread out of her bag. You see that advert, I love it so much. You know, so the Queen has shown that she is even willing to pass through movies to make movies a hit. You see the James Bond movie, for instance, the Queen herself, the writer thought she would put somebody that looks like her, and the Queen was like, no, she wants to do it herself. We've seen the acting skills of the Queen and how she spoke to everybody equally. But you will see arrogant African politicians. Democracy is disturbing and is ruining our country. People like Sami Ewuku should be talking for Ghana. Sami Jemfi Nanuate, we are Kasama Ghana. Hey, Sami Jemfi Anua, Sana Nanuati. Na yeko engineers, no odienim. And I say a delegation, Yanko, King Charles, British High Commission. Please, this is a new dawn. We need to also tell the new king what we want as people. Building our continent should be the most important thing for every African. 15 prime ministers came through the Queen Elizabeth. Winston Churchill, James Callaghan, Margaret Thatcher, Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Theresa May, and just recently Boris Johnson. And now we have, what is her name? Liz Truss, a female prime minister again. She's been blessed. Now, I remember after the 9/11, she said a quote, and it will forever be in my mind. I was very, very young. Now, I've picked qualities from high people over the years. When I used to work under Dr. Indum, Dr. Pakwesi Indum at Coconut Grove, being the person that opened the gates. Anytime Dr. Indum passes by me, I pray to God. I tell him, God, this man, I like what he wants. I like how he is. Give me the opportunity to be like him. I always do. I had the opportunity of even cleaning his house. I know where Dr. Indum's house is. Me, I know his house. I've cleaned his house. With wood. What does the boys do? Oh, Albert, your brother. Albert Asante. Shout out to Albert Asante. I used to work with him at Coconut Grove. Your cousin that used to be there. I've been to Dr. Indum's house. His son, Kweku Indum. His house. I've cleaned there with my hands. I knew God was preparing me for something. When I was growing up, I had the privilege of living in a house in Kokomemle where former Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe had lived when he was living in Ghana, when he was schooling in Ghana. Dr. Aliu Mahama lived in that same room I lived in. So now that I've grown, I've realized God put all these great people in my path for me to learn a thing or two from every individual. So now I've become more enlightened. And my enlightenment, I keep asking for more. I keep praying for King Solomon's wisdom. Because wisdom will teach you that water is more important than gold. So instead of spoiling your waters, make it so beautiful that it will be a tourism attraction for millions of people around the world. And tourism pay more than gold. So that is wisdom. It has nothing to do with what I learned in school, being it in my computer science degree. This is just wisdom. As I said, humans have moved from wisdom to knowledge. It got to a time they said, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Now we are in information. Knowledge is power. We've thrown wisdom away. As I said, there are so many youth in Ghana who are not working. Gassem belongs to Ghana. The rocks in Ghana belongs to Ghana. We have so many queries. Let us bring the rocks. We are building our country for the next 5 years. If you are not working, go and work every month. Probably they'll give you 1,000 Ghana cedis or probably 2,000 Ghana, round figure. Go and work in that company. Go, everybody, go and work with your hands. Go. Let us build our country. Let us build roads, 5 roads, 10 roads. And see, Gassem belongs to Ghanaians. We don't want them to sell the cement again. They should give it to Ghana for Ghana to build our roads, just like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah did. So that is wisdom. It has nothing to do with you going to school. So we have so many leaders now who all their knowledge is in a book. They lack the basic skill of a human. They can't cook for themselves, but they feel it's okay. Why should you be a human who can't survive on your own? When one day you fall, maybe you are in a plane and like the stories we've been hearing, how would you survive? And they think that is not a skill you need to learn. So they will rather be lazy, and when you go to their rooms, you will see filth in their rooms. That is wisdom. Not knowledge, not information. But now the ordinary human lacks it. Today is my day. Today is Friday. I'm still in a sad mood because my queen is dead. She is the only queen I've known. And as I said, there's a reason I'm saying my queen, because of who I am, where I was, who I am now. I'm an old soul in a new body. I've seen myself. Be God's friend, and he will show you who you are. Just like Abraham did. That is why I'm not religious anymore, because I've realized religion divides people. Even Christians. We have Pentecost. We have Presby. We have Jehovah's Witnesses. We have Deeper Life. We have Roman Catholic, Anglican. All these churches. And they don't like each other. But all of them claim they are serving Jesus, probably Mary. So why don't you unite? If you are serving one, then you come to Muslim. Then you look at the world and realize there are so many religions, but there is one person in common who is the Most High. So then I forfeited all these religions, and rather I concentrate and pray to the Most High. But there are some people who lived on earth who are exemplary, and you think, okay, if you pray through them, it might get to them. Like Yeshua HaMashiach, like Okonfanoche. So me and Poku Hitzfield, I won't leave Okonfanoche and always be praying to an Israel God. No! Because I've realized the God I serve gave everybody role models to emulate. So the creation story is everywhere. Every society, there is somebody who came to liberate them from something. Ours is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So now that I know who I am, where I was in previous life and everything, that is why I can say my queen. And growing up, I've had the opportunity to go to Australia too, which is under the queen. Ghana is also a Commonwealth country. So she is my queen. She was my queen, and so will her successor be, who is King Charles III. And I want to be part of the British Empire, who will change my country. I want to take my country and make it, I want to change the fortunes of my continent before I die. What I envision my Ghana to be, I want to, the day that I will die similar, like what Queen God has called her, I will close my eyes and know that I have fulfilled whatever vision I had for my country and for my continent. That is what an African you should do. Remember, there is so much, all of us, every African can be rich and still there will be so many for us to take. So why are we selfish? Give us the equal playing field. Nana Anamoah, I look up to you a lot. Delay, all these celebrities. I'm a top fan on your pages. I love all of you guys. I'm a top fan on Trevor, Noah, all these Africans doing great things. Dillan, Oliphant, a Manchester United fan. Uche Jumbo, a Manchester United fan. You know, I know all the Manchester United fans in Nigeria. AdekunleGold and his wife, all of them Manchester United fans. We need to change our country, our continent. Whatever we see there, when we come back, our monies, we should build companies similar. Let us go learn something and come and open similar companies here. My name is Poku Hitzfield. If you give me the whole day, I will tell you the things affecting my country and my continent. So on the eve of the great king that he will become, King Charles III, I, Poku Hitzfield, you are our king. We are part of Commonwealth. The grants you give to Ghana, it ends up in politicians' accounts in the UKs and other countries. So those monies don't even stay in Ghana, because they will create loot and share the grants you give to us. Recently, 3.16 billion is missing between the Ministry of Finance, Bank of Ghana, and another sector. I saw it on Kwame A. Plaza's timeline. These three people have that. How can 3.18 billion Ghana cedi, get missing between just three government sectors? Now think about all the sectors we have. The corruption. This money can be shared to every Ghanaian and people will live comfortably. This is what is being taken every day from the ordinary Ghanaian, who is earning less than £100 a month, but his or her rent fees are twice, are triple, school fees, utility, e-levy. Come on. When you are born a Ghanaian, you are not born to live in poverty. The youth of Ghana. Now, don't let a paper, a coin, what else? A number on a screen somewhere determine your wealth on earth. So, if you are working right now, try and save money. Let us try and do this. Try and save money. Save money and get like 10,000. Move back to your hometown. Start a business. The business can be, you would, let's say, go to the farms of people, buy from them and bring them to Accra. You've started a business. Before you realize, you can be having a logistics company that moves fruits within Africa or within Ghana. Ghana should give loans to Ghanaians. As I said, if you give me the whole day, I can talk about the things affecting my country. And one day, just like when I was 3 years old, in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, doing my first assignment, I would love to have the honor of meeting the King Charles III. Just like I pleaded in an earlier show on Uncensored Friday, I would have loved to have met the Queen personally on the eve of your crowning. I pay homage just like your mom did for Ghanaians. 5 years into her reign, liberated Ghana from slavery. I'm standing in the same capacity. I would like to stand, not so close, never close. No, I'm nowhere near that man. Dr. Osagyefo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the same way. Give us the opportunity to build our country. We want to build our nation. We want to be part of the British Empire that built Africa. To leave a legacy that our children's children will come and hear of it. So Africans, somebody like Anamoah, he's a legend. But Ghanaians don't even respect him. Dillan has a song for virtually every occasion. If you are sick, he has a song for it. If you are ill, he has a song for it. If you are mourning. So sometimes I go to a program and I'll be like, there is no way you will go to a program that you won't hear a song of Dillan. How is that man celebrated in our country? Let us start giving medals to people. My name is Poku Hitzfield. Please share this video. If you think I'm making sense, share this video so that it gets to a wider audience. If you're an African, share this video. We need, on this dawn, we need to take advantage of it. Similarly to how Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, when Queen Elizabeth was made queen on 6th February 1952, just 5 years after her crowning, Ghana gained independence. Let us ask similarly. Commonwealth should be borderless. Let me have the opportunity to travel to every Commonwealth country I want to travel to without a visa. So King Charles, please, give us the equal playing field to be able to access your education, to gain wisdom as well as selflessness to come and change the fortunes of our country. We thank you so much. Commonwealth should be borderless. I want to be able, I want to decide to maybe buy a house in Manchester, buy a house in Toronto, buy a house in the Asian Commonwealth countries, one of them, and I will decide to live here to 3 months, live there, and experience this world, how beautiful the world is. That is what I want to do. Share this video if you think I'm making sense. My name is Poku Hitzfield. Unfortunately, today I have not spoken about Manchester United. We lost yesterday. And I think the Queen's death had a lot to do with it. Because the whole stadium, Old Trafford, wasn't Old Trafford. You know, how can you shake off such a news? No, you can't shake it off. You can't shake such a news off. The only person you've known is Queen Elizabeth. All of a sudden, she's no more. No, you can't shake it off. And that contentious penalty decision by that referee, he was so arrogant, he didn't even want to go and check. I hate referees like that. He made us lose the game. But Bruno Fernandes, yesterday was your birthday. But unfortunately, you will always remember it as the day Queen Elizabeth passed. I think one of these days I'll have the number 8 on me as well. Just like Bruno Fernandes. Tattoo 8. So that I'll remember this day. I know who I am. I want to change my country. I want to make sure the African festival is celebrated similarly to the festivals around the world. The Oktoberfest in Germany, for instance. If the Oktoberfest was in Ghana, they would demonize it. And my name is Poku Hitzfield. Please share this video. Let it get to a wider audience. This is Uncensored Friday. The Premier League has issued a statement. The matches tomorrow won't come on as usual. I think we should even suspend the Premier League for some time. You know, the Queen is dead. The Queen has passed. A new dawn is upon us, though. A new dawn is upon us. King Charles III. And in his reign, I want to see a beautiful Africa. And I hope I'll be given the chance to make my dreams for Africa, for my country, Ghana, come true. My name is Poku Hitzfield. I'm sending much love to every African, to everybody across the world that is watching me right now. Thank you so much for making time with me. See you same time next week on Uncensored Friday with your boy Poku Hitzfield. Today I didn't play music because I'm mourning the death of my queen. She did so much for Ghana by allowing us to be free. And that alone, she deserves my admiration, my honor, my homage. And I've been able to travel to Perth, Australia, Western Australia. So now, I've been to places. All the Commonwealth countries in Africa. Botswana, Cameroon, Gabon, Gambia, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritius, Mozambique, Namibia, Niger, Rwanda, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Togo, Uganda, Tanzania, Zambia, the Kingdom of Eritrea or something. Let us come together. A borderless Africa. Just like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah envisioned. King Charles, let this be your legacy. The one that united Africans. To make it not the most poorest continent on the world, but rather one of the richest continents in the world. King Charles III. More life, more rain. More rainfall, because I love rainfall a lot. I hope you reign in wisdom, just like King Solomon, and in a similar capacity as your mom, the Queen Elizabeth II. Reign, King, reign. All hail the King. All hail the King. All hail the King. Now, as I was saying, during 9/11, the Queen Elizabeth said something, and when I was a kid, but I remember it so much, and it's one of the quotes I always remember. So, because if you don't have love, you won't feel tragedy. When people are dead, you feel it's normal, you know. And Queen Elizabeth, let me see whether I can find that quote. Now, the Queen said, grief is the price we pay for love. If I don't love my country, I won't even be here talking about Ghana. I will probably be doing something else. Grief is the price we pay for what we love. Glory, glory, Manchester United. All hail the Queen. Much love. Mama Africa. I've got my African bracelet right here. I've got South Africa. I've got Cote d'Ivoire. I've got Tanzania. I've got Ghana. I've got Morocco. And I think this is Burundi. I may be wrong. I'm not sure. This is Burundi or maybe one of the islands though. But I've got Africa on my hand wherever I go. Nana Poku Hitzfield. I've got Ghana right here. King Charles III. This is the new beginning I've been asking for. This is the new era I've seen in my dreams. I want to be able to build my nation similarly like Dubai. And I want, with my vision and with people in Ghana, the Honorable Kennedy Japons, the Osekwame Despite, all these rich people, we are going to build our country. Bring our money into an economy. Never stop building roads. Build 24/7 and give the people of Africa, the people of Ghana, the Dangotes, the rich people. Let us build Africa. Full of aquariums, world-class stadiums, similar to Dubai, similar to Qatar. Let us build our country and our beautiful continent. Under the new dawn, the new king, Prince Henry III. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Reunited live. We are reunited for that red devil inside us. Uncensored Friday, my motto is love and prosperity. That is what every human deserves to get. See you same time next week. My name is Poku Hitzfield. Please share this video. Chichicha. Bye-bye.